just hoped that someday someone would love me.
Yeah. All right, enjoy.
What are they doing?
I know, I saw it go red. How do you need it?
Yeah, apparently there's nothing to here. I have a delivery that's supposed to be coming in just a minute, and so I've been like trying to be prepared for whatever might happen. There was audio coming. The cameras kicked on, and all of a sudden there was audio coming through, and I think what it actually was the tail end of everyone finishing up from the wedding that they were supposed to be doing. Um, so since they're off the record again, they probably have the microphone muted. Um, and that should, hopefully they'll be starting up in like the next couple minutes. So, um, yeah, I will be right back. I think my delivery is finally here. So, okay. Um, okay, so. I don't know if it was any earlier. I think I'd put it back on the intermission music, but I think we're probably close to starting. So, my luck, I would hit the button and then immediately I'd have to switch back. So, yep.
Okay, I am ready to rule on plaintiff's motion to amend the complaint to add a vicarious negligence claim for the incidents on August 14th to conform to the evidence. It's true this is largely the same body of evidence and the same law, and so the city doesn't have a notice issue from that perspective. If the motion had been made at the beginning of trial, I think I would have granted it for that reason. But the city has made all of its litigation strategy decisions in the trial up until this point, with the understanding that there was no such vicarious negligence claim in the case. And I can't say that they wouldn't have asked additional or different questions in voir dire or additional or different questions of the witnesses. And at this point, we're partway through day 5 of the case. And I think we're well past the midpoint of the testimony and the majority of the witnesses. And I think to defend against that claim, they would likely have to recall some of the witnesses we've heard. And so I'm denying the motion based on, I guess, what's essentially a due process consideration, but a notice issue, just for the same reason I denied the city's ability to proceed on its affirmative defense that wasn't pled in its answer. I also want to make the record clear that the case was represented to be a 5-day case, possibly going into a 6th day. At this point, I'm not sure we're going to be done by the end of Tuesday, which would be the 7th day. And we have information on the record that at least 2 jurors have hardships if we go beyond Tuesday. And so I think that allowing the claim would lengthen the case to a point where it might actually jeopardize the ability of the case to conclude with a full jury. So those are other reasons to support my decision. Are we ready for the jury?
There was the issue of you wanted us to confer about that exhibit or
Did you confer about the exhibit?
We've sort of prepared our own proposed redactions, I think. I don't know if they're consistent with yours or.
Did you give them to the city?
I haven't yet.
Okay. Well, okay, so I'm not going to decide this now. I want to get going with the testimony.
Okay.
But give me a copy of what you've done and then give the city a copy so that we're all on the same page when we talk.
Okay.
I
did it with a highlighter.
I haven't seen his reactions. The reactions that we've done so far have dealt with the time window and any references to going to the PPA building or the North Precinct. But, we've had witnesses, including Detective Camera, talk about the context of what was happening with respect to the different types of projectiles that were being
Okay.
thrown at the police. So.
Thank you. Okay, so we'll take this up later and I want to look at what it is you think also needs to be redacted.
I mean, our next witness, Commander Dobson, will be referring to the document, but I've instructed him kind of on the court's rulings.
Okay, thank you. All right, we are ready for the jury.
Should I bring the commander?
Yes, please. Please be seated.
I'm going to swear you in as a witness. Please raise your right hand. Under the penalty of perjury, do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give in this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. You can take a seat. You can remove your mask, and please state and spell your full name for the record.
Craig, C-R-A-I-G, Dobson, D-O-B-S-O-N.
Good afternoon, Commander Dobson. How are you employed?
I've been employed with the Portland Police Bureau,
And how long have you been so employed?
24 years.
And what is your current position with the Portland Police Bureau?
I'm a commander of Central Precinct
And how long have you been the commander of Central Precinct?
since August of 2020.
On August of 14th of 2020, were you working in the capacity as a crowd management incident commander?
I was.
Can you explain to the briefly what is a crowd management incident commander or incident commander?
Sure. So a crowd management incident commander is a person who is assigned to be an incident commander over an incident, or the person in charge of an incident, particularly anything that has to do with public order. So major events where you have large gatherings of people.
On August 14th of 2020, had a large gathering of people occurred at Peninsula Park in North Portland.
Yes.
had anyone obtained a permit to go on a march through the residential neighborhood on August 14th, 2020?
No.
I'd like to hand the witness defendants 102. Can you identify what this document is that the city's marked as defendants 102?
This is our activity log. It's an ICS 214 form.
And what is the purpose of an activity log?
The purpose of the activity log is we have a scribe during these events that takes notes, and these notes are transcribed in real time on this form.
Is 102 from August 14th of 2020?
It appears to be. Please let me put my glasses on so I can make sure. Yes.
Okay. This form is pursuant to the judge's instructions. There's redactions in this form, correct?
Correct.
There's been testimony in the case that the plaintiff, Ms. Wenzel, arrived at Peninsula Park at approximately 9 p.m. that evening, and that she left this area at about 11:40 p.m. So my questions to you today are directed to that period of time on August 14th of 2020. Do you understand?
Yes.
Looking at defendants 102, what I would like to do, I think, is have you, I have a series of Google Maps here, and these will be marked, we'll offer these as exhibits, assuming that there are no objections. But I want you to take these series of Google Maps